Hey everybody, welcome to MT Guitar. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you're doing well. We're doing Day Tripper by the Beatles, an excellent beginner guitar lesson. I learned this riff very early on in my guitar development. And it's just a wonderful riff that transposes up to the 4 chord. And John Lennon primarily wrote this song. He was inspired by a lot of the soul guitar work of the day in the mid-60s. Speaking of the mid-60s, this was a double-A single initially with We Can Work It Out. And musically, we have some very interesting things going on connected with blues and mixolydian. So we're going to dive into that. I'm going to show you a few things music theory-wise about how to understand this song. That's basically a mixolydian riff right there. So if we thought about the scale degrees, we have 1, which is E, flat 3 to 3, which is a very common move in rock and blues. Okay, so even though that's outside of the mixolydian scale, we're just going to forgive that because it's a common blues riff. So 1, flat 3 to 3, 5, 1, flat 7, there's our mixolydian note, back to 5, 2, 5, flat 7, 1. So, mixolydian with that flat 3 involved as well is a great blues scale. When it goes to the 4 chord, which is A7, the riff is transposed up to the 4 chord. All the same scale degrees of A relatively as it was for E7. When we go to the, to the chorus, basically, it goes to a 2 dominant chord, F sharp, which is major, it's not usually major, and then 4 again to the 3, which is not typical, to the 6, which is major, also not typical, to the 5. So there's not a single minor chord in the song, and it shows how the Beatles were able to break the rules of traditional harmony and create their own unique sound, which worked really well. You can play the melody in sixths, just to sort of have a nice little instrumental part you can throw in. Not necessary for the song, but it's kind of fun to learn these little lead parts we can throw in to our arrangement. So remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell. There will be a tab for this on the Patreon. Check that out, see if it will work for you. And let's get started on this lesson. All right, so we'll start with this great riff. Really a good riff for a beginner to learn because it's in the key of E, which is nice. We can use these open strings, and it's just a great example of a nice rock, blues, soul kind of riff. Listen to that intro on the song, and it's really interesting to note how we have 2 electric guitars, both playing this the first time. The second time, Paul McCartney comes in with the bass and plays the exact same thing. So now there's 2 electric guitars and a bass, all doing this the second time. The third time, the chords come in, and we're going to play the riff, but it's good to know that there's an E7 strumming. So it's a really good example of how things can come in if you're ever interested in producing music or recording music. 2 electric guitars, then bass, then rhythm, and then the drums come in with the rhythm. So it's really cool how that all works out. So the riff is, let's get to that, 6-string open. Okay, you're going to probably want to use a pick. Then we're going to do 3rd to 4th fret. All right, don't hammer it on. You can very clearly hear George picking it down. If you want to do alternate picking, you can. You can also go down every time. 3, 4. Now, you're going to want to basically bar the 5th and 4th string 2nd fret and go 5th string 2nd fret, then 4th string. Then open. So far we have. Okay, that's the first half of the phrase. And then the response is this part. So let's recap. O, 3, 4, 2, 2, O. Okay, now you go 2nd fret, 5th string, 4th fret, 4th string. and then 2nd fret, 5th string again, then open, 4th string, 2nd fret. Let's do it even slower. 3, 4. Open, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 2nd, open, 2nd, 4th, 2nd, open, 2nd. And when it repeats, it's immediate. See how? 2nd, 4th, 2nd, open, open. Okay. So that happens before the lyrics come in, and when the lyrics come in, it continues. Got a good reason. If you're singing, you may want to strum. Got a good reason. And I'll go over the strumming pattern in a sec. But I think you should try playing the riff even when the lyrics happen. It's just such an integral part of the song. 0, 3, 4, 2, 2, 0, 2, 4, 2, 0, 2. Now here's the fun part. When Paul repeats, got a good reason, we go to the 4 chord. We get to do the exact same riff, literally. Everything exactly the same, up, down a string. Why is that the case? Because the guitar is tuned in fourths, besides the 3rd and 2nd string, which we don't have to deal with, luckily. So we have the same exact riff, 5th string, open, 3, 4, and then 2. It's the same thing, right? 4th string, and then 3rd string. Sorry. 2, 2. Now open. Now 2nd fret, 4th string, then 4th fret, then back to 2nd fret, 4th string, 3rd string open, 2nd fret. So that would be just once, back to E. Alright, so 2 times on the E, 1 time on the A, 1 time on the E. We want to know the form, right? Not just the riff by itself. So why don't, for practice sake, we'll run through 2 times of the E, 1 time of the A, 1 time of the E. Then we'll go on to the strumming of the rest of the chords in the chorus. So, ready? 3, 4. There's the first time. 2nd time. Let's go to the A. Got a good reason. Same riff. Up a string, back to E. Very good. Now we go to the chorus. F sharp. You could make it an F sharp 7. It's kind of hard to tell because there's so many guitars in the recording. For now, I'm just going to keep it a regular F sharp. And we're going to go down, down, up, down, up, down. And this is a rock and roll song, right? So we want to make sure that the down beat is heavy. Down, down, up, down, up, down. That's for 4 bars. Now we go up to A, same string pattern, just a bar. Down a fret to G sharp, then C sharp. Down, down, up, down, then down to B. So let's run that from F sharp. Remember, 4 bars of the F sharp. Ready? She was a 3, 4. Here's the A. So G sharp, C sharp, B. Back to the riff. Then we have another verse and chorus. Then after that, chorus. All right. B, if you're interested in playing the entire song, we have this bridge. Really brilliant stuff because it's B, the riff over the 5 chord. Okay. Now this is going to be a little harder than the initial riff because we're not using open strings. So let's go over that. Because, you know, as you know on my channel, we like to cover all the sections. Doesn't mean you have to play all the sections all the time, but hey, you know, maybe you want to and play it all the way through. So 2nd fret, 5th string, pinky, 5th fret, slide up to 6th fret. Now bar the 4th fret, 4th and 3rd strings, and then 7th fret, 4th string, back to 4th fret, 6th fret, 3rd string, and then 4, 7, 4. So that would be. then you can start strumming if you want for the solo. Eventually, when the solo ends, we're back to here. You could always strum E7. Down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. So the riff is happening for the rest of the song, but so is the strumming. So you've got the verse, the chorus, and even the solo section / bridge. And that's pretty much the entire song. Really, if you're a beginner, this is a great song for bar chords after you do the riff. So learning riffs and bar chords kind of are big hurdles for a beginner, and this is a great song to tackle that. So hopefully that makes sense, and let me know. Enjoy. All right, well done, everybody. A nice Beatles song to have under our belt. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I appreciate your support. We'll see you next lesson. Bye.